I'm back. I'm here. Feels like I took a forever long break from filming, but if you follow me on Snapchat, you know I just recently took a trip and I accidentally left my camera across the country. But it's all good. FedEx finally came through. My baby got delivered today. First thing I'm gonna do is film. So what's up? Thanks for coming back for another video. If you're new to my channel or just passing by, I'm Jordan. I do have a series on my channel called Boss Babe. There's 3 videos up so far if you guys would like to reference those. I have one all about how I fixed my horrendous credit and brought it up over 300 points. And then I have 2 other ones about just attracting money and wealth into your life using your mind and positivity and the law of attraction, which is something I am like so extremely passionate about. Some of you have also asked for a law of attraction video on its own, kind of going more in depth. I'm also going to reference some books today, which also have to do with that. So I'll leave all those videos down below. Whatever area in life that you're kind of struggling with, you can pinpoint which video would be good for you. But this video is going to be my top tips and things that I've done, like I said, in my personal life, which has helped me to save up almost 20 grand. So I'm just at this point in my life where I really am so passionate about saving money and budgeting and couponing, and I've been working hard at it for like 2 to 3 years, and I feel like I've gotten pretty good at it, like for my age. I know there's so much more for me to learn, and I love following people on social media like Tony Robbins and just other people who are so financially secure, who have amazing tips and tricks. I'm gonna leave tons of resources down below for you guys. Websites and also stuff like Tony Robbins. There's 2 different workshops, and then there's an Instagram called The Secret Entourage, which also teaches you how to just make a ton of money through social media and how to like save money and tips and tricks on being financially free. But I know a lot of my audience, a good portion of you guys are for ages like 16 to like 26. So you might be moving out for the first time or need help with your credit or need tips or tricks on buying a car or saving money. So that's like what this whole Boss Babe series encompasses. But yeah, I'm very happy at this point in my life with kind of what I've learned on how to save money in a good way, which also doesn't take very long, and I'm able to start up like a college fund for Christian. So yeah, I just wanted to share with you guys my top resources and things I do in my everyday life consistently to save up a good amount of money. And I also want to say I'm not able to save up this much because I make like so much on YouTube or anything. It's not like that at all. These are tips that you can apply to your personal life. If you just work a normal 9 to 5, you're on minimum wage, whatever it is, you can definitely still cut out expenses and become a minimalist to some level and save at whatever level you can. Like these tips apply to everyone. Like I said, I know I have a lot of teenage audience watching me, and you might only have a part-time job 2 or 3 days a week, making very little money. You can still implement these couponing and budgeting and saving money tips. They will apply to everyone. So one of the first major things I did probably about 2 years ago, which has saved me so much money over time because it overflows into like other areas as well, is switching from a normal bank into a credit union. So I had Wells Fargo for many years, and in college sometimes my account would go overdrawn and I would have fees up the ass. So out of curiosity, I actually Googled what a normal bank charges like its regular customers like yearly, what exact fees they are and how much they add up to. So you can see how much money you're literally wasting just by having a free bank account with like a normal commercial bank. So I wrote that down here. I wanted to share with you guys. So if you have a normal bank like Wells Fargo or Chase or something like that, every time you use an out-of-network ATM, it's costing you $4.35. Every time you overdraw your account, on average, it's costing you $32. And like I said, if you're like a college student and you overdraw it a few times a month or something, that's ridiculous. You're like throwing away hundreds of dollars. And it says anytime that you dip below your minimum balance, it's costing you $14.76 on average. And it says the absolute best thing to do is transfer your checking account into a local credit union, which is what I did. I got that tip from Tony Robbins reading one of his financial books. So I actually transferred both of my accounts into a Western credit union. And you guys, that's one of the best decisions I've done in my entire life. I guarantee you, just walk into any type of like local credit union you have, whatever city or place that you live. They barely charge any fees at all throughout the entire year. So instead of wasting a few hundred every month on stuff like that, especially if your account gets low, you won't have to pay any of those fees. And it's amazing to have a good relationship with a credit union for when you go apply for a house or a car. They approve you at such a lower interest rate. It's like actually ridiculous, which leads me into my next way that I ended up saving over $160 every month. So my last car that I had before my Terrain was a Mazda 3. I applied for it probably like 5-ish years ago. and my credit was really bad at the time. I talked about this in like my credit video. I had like a 450 and I thought I was gonna need a co-signer. My mom had already signed on my brother and sister's car, so she couldn't sign on mine. So I was like literally on my own. And I went in there and I knew I was just gonna get like raped up the ass in the payments. Like I knew it was gonna be so bad, but I needed a car and I didn't have enough saved up to buy any type of car in cash. So I had a very, very, very high payment on my Mazda 3, which I paid every month for 4 years, and it was like killing me because I wasn't really making as much as well. I was doing YouTube and Verizon. And then once I switched over into a credit union, I worked on bettering my credit. And like I said in that video, I have all the tips how I completely like bettered my credit over 280 points. Then when I set up my checking and savings account through my credit union, the rep who was helping me told me I could refinance my car loan through them, just because I had a checking and savings account through the credit union, that they would basically back me because I was a customer with them, and my interest rate was so much lower, and that ended up saving me, I think it was like 162 or $3 a month that I just like literally cut out of what I had to spend every month on my car payment, which was like so amazing, such a blessing. And I also would have never got approved for that lower interest rate if I wouldn't have bettered my credit. That's another thing I talk about in all these Boss Babe videos, so I won't go too far into it, but having a great average to great credit score will help you in everything in life. Trust me, if you're one of my younger viewers and you really think your credit doesn't matter, or you've got your first few credit cards and you're just like blowing all the money and you're like, oh, I'll pay this later. No, girl, no. Let me tell you, Credit Sesame has like literally saved my life. I've talked about it in multiple videos. It's totally free. It's just the online website resource that I personally use. I've tried a bunch of them. Some of them cost you like $5 or $10 a month. But you log on, make an account, which is free, and they tell you your current credit score and what you can do each month to improve that score. So they basically give you like tips and tricks on bettering your credit at no cost. They also partner with someone, I believe it's called Lexington Law, where you can actually put in the paperwork to make a claim if anything on your credit report is false, or anyone else has got like your social security number and they have ran your credit falsely, like without your approval. You can like remove that if you see anything on your like credit report that looks fraudulent or like it's not you. But they show you every single account that you have open. So any line of credit, like I have a JCPenney's, Capital One card, and then I have my car loan. So on Credit Sesame, it'll pull up whatever open accounts you have and show you like how much debt you have basically. And it'll show you like your debt to income ratio. So you can know all of this and where your score is at before you go apply for like your first apartment, your first car. You can kind of know like the realm that you're in. I know a ton of you guys signed up for it after my last Boss Babe video, and it was like super helpful for you. So I definitely recommend checking it out because it is at no cost to you. Especially if you're very young and you're starting with like no credit, or if you are a little older and you've had like some student loans or certain credit cards you may have run up too far and you want to see kind of how they've affected your overall score. I personally never apply for anything without checking my credit at home by myself first and kind of like seeing where I'm at. You want to run your credit as little as possible, and Credit Sesame doesn't like run your credit every time that you check it. So when you log on, it's not dinging you a point or two just for you to check where you're at. That's been one of like the most beneficial resources to me. But yeah, bettering my personal credit and going through the credit union and refinancing that car loan on my Mazda saved me, like I said, around 160 bucks a month. And I was already making enough every month to pay my normal payment, which was including the 160, if you know what I mean. So I still had that in my mind that was my budget for my car every month. So I took that 160 every month and set it aside. I just put it straight into my savings. So I immediately started saving up 160 a month. Also, in any job that you have, I highly recommend this, something my grandma taught me. Take as much money as you can off the top of every check, no matter what. Do not even act like it's there. Once your taxes get taken out, literally take 10 or 15%, however much you can afford for your family. Of course, you need all the essentials like for your food and rent and everything like that. But if you have like direct deposit at your job, usually you can give them your account number. Like when I worked at Verizon, all of my direct deposits would go right into my checking account, but they gave me an option if I wanted to like split the check, and I would put 15% of anything I made straight into my savings. I wouldn't even look at it or touch it or act like it literally was not there. Like I would act like that was money I wasn't even getting. So that's like money you can have set aside for an emergency fund. Even if you are making like minimum wage or something and it's only like 20 bucks you set aside from each check, it adds up so quickly, you guys, and I guarantee you that money will be sitting there in your savings for when you need it. If you have a flat tire, something goes wrong with your car, you need a repair, like Saving any amount off the top of any check or any income that you get, I tell you, is like literally a lifesaver. And it's so exciting, like 5-6 months down the road, when you look at your savings account and you're like, dang, I've saved up like $350 or $450, $1,000, whatever it is. It's so exciting to know that like, oh, I could have just spent that money on something super petty like shopping or whatever. And it's like, those items don't even equate to like what you've saved. It's so much more beneficial and valuable, and you feel so good knowing that you've saved up that money. So I always take a percentage off anything I'm ever paid and just put it like directly into my savings. Also, I'm sure a bunch of you already do this these days, but when I lived in my last apartment, my cable bill, I believe, was like 110 or 12 bucks every month, which is literally ridiculous. I was paying for regular TV, sports, cartoons for my son. You guys, cut all that out. If it's already in your budget and you can already afford it, just cut it out, cancel that bill, and take that 110 or 12 and put it in your savings every month. You can watch anything you want these days on YouTube, of course. You can do Netflix, you can do Hulu. For me, I mostly watch just everything on YouTube. There's like reality shows on YouTube now. There's stuff for my son. There's educational shows for him to learn, like stuff he's learning in school and with his speech development. You can literally find anything on YouTube these days. Also, all the TV networks usually have their own website, like the CW and ESPN.com, stuff like that. They'll stream the episodes that were public on TV yesterday. You'll get it like a day late, but it'll be free. I know there's a lot of people still out there spending like over $100 on their cable bill, which to me is just like money down the drain. So I know these are all just like little things, but if you cut all of them out and add up the money that you are saving at the end of the month or the year, it's a ton. Another thing is just fast food and eating out, which I know may seem like a no-brainer, but when I break it down on pen and paper, how much I would be spending to have fast food, say 2 to 3 times a week, or some people 5 to 7 times a week, say you work at a retail job and you eat 1 meal out a day. I'm gonna break that down for you real quick on how much you're spending. I know it might seem like a no-brainer and you're probably like, yeah, I know I waste money on fast food, but until you sit down and write out the exact amounts that you're spending every single day in comparison to what you'd be spending if you just did your meal prep and grocery shopping and like froze some of the food so you could use it later, it's a big change. Like when I sat down and wrote that out for me and Christian, how much I was spending, I was like shocked at the amount of money I was actually wasting on coffee every day and on food. You guys know I'm so big on meal prep. I will go to places like Costco, and I use Thrive Market now, which is an online site where I can buy things in bulk, and like I will freeze bread and other things that I can use months down the line. I did a little comparison chart here, which I screenshotted. If you ate out for 1 meal a day, 5 days a week, which would be, say on average it was $10 a meal times 5, and you average that out for the whole year, that's $2,900 that you're spending a year just for one person on eating out. So many of us have families of 4 to 5, or we have little kids and stuff, and you're spending like way more than that. And I also did a Google study which said on average, if it was compared to like a normal person who had just bought their groceries at the store and like meal prepped or made their own food, they would only be spending $872. So what is that? Your girl is not that good at math. Like $1,600 or $1,700 that you could just save up at the end of the year. Who wouldn't like to have $1,600 or $1,700 just extra, just chilling in their bank account right now? Literally from just like cutting out fast food. And I know, again, that one is just like a no-brainer, but it's something that so many of us do on a daily basis that we probably don't sit back and realize the exact cost that we are wasting every single day. So me also personally wanting to go out and like do activities with Christian, I'm always trying to do something that is free. I will get some of his friends and go to the park, ride scooters, film a vlog, like just do anything, of course, where I don't have to spend money. But if we do want to spend money, I will never purchase like movie tickets or anything. I'll never purchase like a ticket for an event without first looking on Groupon, Gold Star, or Living Social. I'll leave all 3 of those down below for you guys. They're completely free sites. You just put in your email. I'm sure a lot of you might know about them, but they're constantly having like 50 to 75% off any type of activities. We have like an Old Town around us where they have like toddler activities for Christian, and sometimes I'll get a coupon to like take him and take a friend completely for free. I've gotten coupons for Legoland, for SeaWorld, for anything. Like never do an outdoor activity or going to the movies or anything without first looking for some type of coupon. This also goes for online. You guys know I've talked about Ebates a million times. If I purchase anything online, I go through Ebates every single time. There's never a time when I don't, because I'm just wasting money. If they just pay you cash back for any site that you shop on, I've talked about that again in tons of videos. I'll leave all this down below if you're new to it, but any single thing you purchase online, they'll give you a percentage of cash back just through going for their service. And that's another thing. Anytime I shop online, I'll use Ebates and I'll use some kind of coupon. So I'll pull up like American Eagle or Sephora or Ulta and put in the cart whatever I want to buy. Then I'll go to Google in a new tab and I will search for like Sephora March 2017 coupon. And there's usually some kind of coupon. I know with Ulta you can always get $3 off 12 bucks. And there's a coupon or like a deal going for every site at every time of the year. Like there is never a time where I shop online and I do not apply some kind of coupon or promo deal. A lot of sites you regularly shop on, definitely add your email to the newsletter. That's what I do, and then every week or month they email me whatever like current deals they have going. But I never ever buy anything online at full price. It's just like ridiculous to me because there's so many free coupons that are readily available to you. I also use coupons.com and retailmenot.com. So I know that's like 15 sites that I just mentioned, but again, I'll put everything down below for you guys, which is all, none of these sites charge you a monthly fee as well. So yeah, definitely check out all of those. And the next thing is staying extremely consistent on your budget, cutting out every single thing that you do not need. I mean everything. So for a good portion of last year, I actually tried living like the complete minimalist lifestyle. And I know you're probably looking at me like, bitch, please, like you guys know I'm the type who loves to go shopping and go out and stuff. And I know you have definitely seen me shopping in vlogs and stuff. I don't shop every day or like as often as you guys think. It's just that whenever I do have like an exciting fun day shopping, like I want to vlog it. But I literally cut out for a good like 9-10 months of last year any and all expenses that were not completely necessary. What I did is I took out a pen and paper or a journal or whatever you have and write down your expenses that are a must, that you need to survive. So for me, that's rent, gas, electricity, my car payment, and food for me and Christian, and my cell phone, and that's pretty much it. My internet, because that's my job. I wrote down like my must pay list, the things that I have to pay so we can survive basically. Put that on my fridge, and that is all I spent. And I saved up thousands of dollars within that like 9-10 month range, which I was very strict on myself. Also, as much as you can, getting into like the minimalist lifestyle. I know it's not for everyone, but even if you are someone who shops all the time, or you hoard things, or like you're an over shopper like I used to be, you don't have to go completely minimalist, like to the bare bones to where it's uncomfortable for you. You can definitely still own things. Being a minimalist, I don't think necessarily means not having anything at all, but just having the things that truly mean the most to you, that bring value and importance to your life. Like when you walk in your house, having those few little decorations that make you happy, that keep you in a good, positive, happy mind space, but really clearing out all the clutter. I showed on my Snapchat a few months ago, I decluttered so much makeup. Like 3 to 4 years ago, I was obsessed with watching all the makeup collection videos on YouTube. I was obsessed with having a huge makeup collection, even though I didn't use like 80% of it. It was actually bad because it was a waste of money and a waste of product, which was going bad. I decluttered so much of that. Even now, I probably have like 20% of the makeup collection that I used to have, and I still have too much. Like there's still products I just can't get to because I only have one face. But yeah, that was a huge thing within the past year of helping me to save money, is cutting out all the unnecessary spending on just on the way home, like I said, getting fast food or stopping into Ross or TJ Maxx, which we know I love doing, but just like completely cutting it down. Depending on what your exact monthly budget is, will save you hundreds to thousands of dollars on only spending money when it's completely necessary. Just another little fact to go along with that, the normal average American who buys a coffee every single day spends $1,009 a year just from having 1 cup of coffee a day. And some of us who love Starbucks or anything like that spend way more than that, because we'll get like 2 or 3 coffees to get through the workday, or we'll like upgrade our coffee like a Frappuccino or something crazy, as to where if you would just spend the one-time fee of 40 bucks to get like, or 50 bucks or whatever to get a Keurig or an at-home coffee maker, you'd literally be saving over $1,000 a year. Again, I know on a day-to-day basis, just being like, oh, it's $3, Starbucks, here you go.
I'm back.
You're back. Look who woke up from his nap. You're wearing your boxers. We're on camera. You gotta get some pants on. Censored. Say hi.
Hi.
Like this. Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Christian just woke up from his nap. He like brought me his new little stuffed animal. He thinks it's Santa's reindeer. We bought this at Toys R Us the other day, and he was like, it's for Santa. So cute. So anywho, I'm gonna finish the rest of the video with him here. He's watching his little show. But anywho, also 2 other sites I wanted to mention to you guys is a budgeting site, which is totally free, which comes with a full layout of how to budget all of your expenses into categories. Personally, I like to do online billing for everything, like electronically.
Hi.
You showing them? Some people still get their bills for their rent, electricity, and all that in the mail. So if you have a paper bill, what I would suggest is using a binder, like I showed in my last Boss Babe video, on organizing all your bills and keeping all the bills from the previous months and your confirmation numbers for when you pay and everything like that. But I organize mine online, and I also use mint.com, which is a free website to budget your money and your finances. Like I said, no matter how much you make, even if you have only a part-time job and you don't make very much, say you only make a few $100s a month and you're like, I don't need to budget this, I don't make very much. Trust me, still budget it out. So I'll leave both those down below for you. Also, within the past few years, how I've saved money is calling all of the companies for any service I have and asking for a discount. A lot of them offer like a low income discount for your gas and electricity. You can literally, just by calling up and asking for a representative, they'll knock off 10 or 15% and they'll put you in the program for like low income, where you can, save that additional percentage every month, which really adds up, you guys. Even if it's 10, 20, 30 bucks a month, times that by the whole year and just literally take that money and put it aside, because that's money you would have been spending anyways. And even if you're not low income, there's other discounts that I've gotten as well just by calling, or I've called back when I did have cable, like Time Warner, calling and talking to a rep and being like, hey, I'm thinking about switching to Verizon, like to keep my business, is there any discount you guys could offer me? And they will. Tons of companies, they want to keep your business, of course, so they'll offer you a discount. Try and do it on your internet. If you're someone who just can't cut out the cable because you have a husband or boyfriend who like needs sports or something, and you just can't cut out the cable bill completely, call and ask for a discount. Ask for them to bundle your cable and your internet and save you 15%. I'm telling you, like every single thing that you pay for in life, there is some kind of discount out there to save you money. I feel like I've just been, can I even talk? Okay. I feel like I'm kind of just like a pro at that now, and I never sign up for anything unless there's a discount, or I'm going into something at a discounted rate, or like certain things you sign up for, they give you a Visa card for signing up. I feel like my eyes are just always open now, and I'm always like spotting deals. Then also another completely easy, effortless way to save money on the daily is just having a little jar somewhere in your house, room, bathroom, whatever it is. I have a cute like little one with a puppy on it, so Christian can like participate as well. He thinks it's so fun putting money in there. But just putting any spare change in there throughout the day or the week or the month that you find, in your car when you're vacuuming out the car, if you find a penny on the street, a nickel, trust me, again, I know, like I can hear myself saying this out loud, and you guys sitting on the other end of the computer watching being like, yeah, but that won't add up to much. You guys, it adds up to so much, it's crazy. I think I had like 800 bucks or something when I cashed in all my spare change from last year into my bank account. You can like roll it up or take it in there and they'll like add it into your checking or savings account. Even though, yes, it is very small amounts at that specific time, you putting like a dime in there or something doesn't feel like much, but I'm telling you, when you implement all of this, like each little thing into your daily life, they all add up so much, and that could be even $30 or $50 that you may need for food or something that you are gonna completely thank yourself later for that you have saved up. Also, it's really bad karma too, or like juju or law of attraction, like energy, whatever it is that you believe in. If you see just a penny or a nickel on the street and you don't pick it up because you think in your mind, oh, that's not that much money, like that's nothing, I don't need that. You are deliberately telling the universe that you are not welcoming wealth and money into your life. Like, I've read this in so many books, and I believe this wholeheartedly, that if you turn away wealth into your life at any kind, like at any measure, like even a penny, if you say like, oh, I don't need that, you're literally telling the universe, like you're blocking any other negativity from coming into your life because you're not grateful for that amount of money, even though it's very little. That's a whole nother thing I went into in another video. I know these videos are so long because I feel like I have so much to tell you guys. Silly. But I'll leave both my video down below about how I bettered my credit and about the law of attraction, but I want to go into this more in a whole nother video, because just attracting money and wealth into your life using the law of attraction and your mind and writing down goals. I always recommend writing down anything you want to achieve on paper. This includes saving money, like write down, I will save $10,000 within 6 months. I will save $5,000 within 3 months, whatever your goal is. And don't put down on paper, I want to, or I will try to. Put I will. You have to fully believe it. The law of attraction says you can have no doubt in your mind with any goal you want to attain. You need to write it down, wake up in the morning and believe that that goal and that vision and that dream is coming to you. You have to have full faith that it will come to you. I've used the law of attraction for like everything, you guys, for turning YouTube into my full-time job, getting my car, which I have now, which is funny, a memory popped up on Facebook from like 3 years ago, and I made a post saying, I will own this car one day, and like 6 months ago, I bought the car. Like, that gives me chills because I manifested it and I believed it and I put it down in writing, and I had completely forgot about that Facebook post, and now I own that car, which is crazy. I'm also using the law of attraction to manifest and attract Christian and I's new house or condo into my life. I'm making vision boards and putting pictures of it. Oh, I'll get it for you, baby. I'm balancing my camera up on his juice and he wants it. I'm using the law of attraction right now as well to manifest my new house that I'm gonna get. I put pictures of the type of house I want on a poster board, and I put that up in our kitchen, so I look at it every day. So yeah, for me personally, that's huge. If you don't already know about the law of attraction, there's so much to go into, so definitely research it. I'm gonna also leave not only all the website links I talked about today, but a bunch of book links down below for The Secret, The Power, The Magic, and then also 2 books that I personally used on living a more like minimalistic life and saving money. So the description box is gonna be hella long on this video, but check it out when you've got the time so you can save the most money possible and like learn all this stuff. I love making these Boss Babe videos. They're very fun for me, and becoming financially independent and having money, having enough wealth to live a happy life and raise Christian on my own has been very rewarding for me and something I'm passionate about. So leave any requests in the down bar of other topics for future Boss Babe videos. Check out my previous 2, like I said, if you need help on bettering your credit or anything like that. Thank you for watching. We truly appreciate it, spending some time of your day on my channel with me. If you were new, it was great to have you. I would love if you guys can give this video a thumbs up for me. It really helps with YouTube analytics, so new people will probably come across this video or see my channel. If you are new here to my channel and you want to see my future videos and more content like this, hit that red subscribe button down below so my videos will pop up in your feed in the future. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I love you, and we will see you in the next one. Mwah.